Welcome to the LeyVa Middle School 7th grade parent orientation. We're excited to be here to help you get set up for a great school year. I'm here with our entire administrative and office team that's here to support you. While we're waiting to make sure we've got everybody working through the kinks of getting in, sometimes there's you fumble through with getting it in there. A quick poll for you. So if you could just answer that question for me about which elementary school you're from. As you're going through with our webinar today, we are going to stay on, or at least the admin team will stay on and answer every question that comes up for you. And but we'll present to you first. If you have a question that you have while we're presenting or something really specific, there's right on the bottom bar in the menu bar of your Zoom console there's a Q&A button. And so you can put that question in there. If there's something you want to say to us, you can use the chat feature, but the best place to put a question is under the Q&A bar, which is a little different on a webinar than in a normal Zoom meeting. Give the survey another minute. Looking like got a big chunk of our Dove Hill parents here. Cadwallader, Catherine Smith, Novi Whaley. One from Cedar. I'll publish it in a second here. All right, I'm gonna end the poll. You can kind of take a look at on there. You guys seeing results? Okay, good. Yeah, so you can see a good mix of all of our schools in here. Nobody from Laurelwood today, but it's okay. It's actually a smaller school. You can start our presentation. So welcome to the LeyVa Middle School 2020-21 school year. It's an exciting moment for us to kick off a school year. Even in these conditions, it's still, I feel like I have the same nerves, the same excitement, the same level to just get you ready for the campus. We are happy to have, we call it a parent orientation, but we're happy to have everybody who would like to be on this right now. We're gonna go through some things. You're gonna get to meet this team, and we will be able to get you set up for the great school year and answer all your questions. So this is our parent orientation for LeyVa Middle School. And LeyVa Middle School is really kind of two schools. And I think it's an important distinction for you to understand that we are one big school and one big family, but we have two very distinct programs. On one side, we have Bulldog Pathways, which is our traditional 6-period program. It's with elective pathways where students are picking their electives to be able to choose kind of a pathway where they're linked together, or Bulldog Tech, which is the co-taught project-based learning our model, which allows kids to go a little deeper, a little more tech involved in the work, but project-based and block schedules with 2 teachers at the same time. But again, it's our students are Bulldog Tech or Bulldog Pathway students, but we're also all LeyVa. And LeyVa is a big place with big resources. And like on this meeting here, you have a big team here to support you. We have a clear mission, and this is regardless of whether we're here physically on site or whether we're working from a virtual platform. We want excellence for our students. We want excellence in both what academics and their social emotional supports. And hopefully at some point this year, athletics gets to be brought back in, but our teachers are creative. They're coming up with great ideas about how we connect with these things and try to bring as much that we can. It's really important to us though, in terms of our mission, is that we meet every kid's potential. Your child is entering a really important part of their lives. As we get into middle school, we say goodbye to elementary. It's now more teachers at once. It's more choice, more option, more time to connect with others, but it's a chance to explore yourself, get to know who you are, because we have really a clear mission. Build on their strengths to get them ready for high school, because we want them ready for high school to be successful so that they go to college and they have great jobs and careers, great contributors to our society. And so this transition is 2 years. It will seem quick, It always feels like I'm saying that at the beginning of this year, and right at the end, we're saying goodbye to after 2 years to our students, but you'll be blown away with how much your child will grow during this time. And one thing to know, I want to add on top of this, our mission and vision has not changed. And we are here to do that, to meet this mission and vision, even online, even in distance learning, even under any circumstances, including a pandemic. We're here for your kids, and we're gonna make it a great experience. I'm not gonna do it alone though. Let me start by introducing to your administrative team. I have Mr. Lara, an assistant principal for all students. Her last name's A to M.
Hello, everyone. My name is Armando Lara. I'm the assistant principal serving A through M. I have been here. I'm happy to, for the last 6 years, I have been here at LeyVa, and I'm looking forward to have a great year again. Si tienen preguntas en español, hablo español y les puedo ayudar a ustedes. También cuento con la asistente Esmeralda Herrera, que me apoya y si tiene preguntas en español, nos logra llamar, por favor, y le vamos a ayudar. Gracias.
And our other assistant principal, Ms. Rachel Trowbridge.
Hello, I'm Rachel Trowbridge. I'll be working with those students' last names that start N through Z. I'm happy to be joining the LeyVa team after being part of the Catherine Smith team for the last few years. So I'm looking forward to welcoming those Catherine Smith 6th graders and helping them transition to middle school as well as all the other schools. So happy to be here.
Great. The rest of the team, I'm going to have them introduce themselves along the way, but we have, you know, at your elementary school, you were used to having basically 2 people in the office, and we have a much bigger team to support you, and I'm going to let them introduce you as we get to their parts. We'll start off with our secretary. I also like to refer to as my boss, Miss Renee.
Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Renee Juco, and I'm the secretary here at LeyVa. I'm located in the front office. I'd like to welcome all the new 7th graders and families to LeyVa. I will be one of the voices that you may hear when you call here at the office. Our office phone number here, it's 408-270-4992. And later on, like Mr. Brinkard mentioned, you will also be meeting our awesome office staff. I have Sue Escobar, she's our registrar. Mary Escobar, no relation, and she's our health aide. Kim Beckwell, she's the secretary over at Bulldog Tech, and Esme Herrera is our project specialist. Our office hours will be 7:30 to 4. If you have any questions or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to call us. We'll do our best to assist you. If you need to make an appointment, please give us a call, or you can go to the website www.eesd.org/askleyva. And if you do need to come to the office, we will only allow 1 person at a time in the front office. Masks will be required, and please don't forget to social distance. And welcome to LeyVa. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Renee. Now, Miss Sue, our registrar.
Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Sue Escobar, and I'm here at LeyVa. I'm in charge of attendance and registrations. And if you need an appointment, you can call the office, 408-270-4992. If you need to call in for an absence, our absence line is 408-270-6710. Thank you.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind this year that we will be taking attendance for students in there. And so you'll be able to log into PowerSchool to make sure your child is attending their meetings. It's something that will be tracked more formally. Miss Mary is having some technical difficulties getting in, but I can remind you for one thing that you are required to have your vaccinations to enter school. Even though we're in virtual school, we've been given a little bit of some time to be able to help get that in, help you. You can start school because you won't physically be here, but but you still need to have vaccinations in order to be able to attend school this year. So if you haven't had them in, Miss Mary will be getting a hold of you. She can also help you with finding resources and places where your child can get immunization and get their records turned in. In most cases, it's usually a records issue. And so we just need to get that record that you had done it, because the immunizations can be done as early as 5th grade. And if you've been to the doctor, you probably had them, but she'll reach out to you if there's any issues in there. And to talk about Parent Portal and kind of other resources and parent resources, our Special Projects Assistant, Miss Esme.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Brengard and Renee and Mr. Laura. So my name is Esme. I am bilingual. Hablo español y hablo inglés. If you need any support with Parent Portal, please feel free to call or email me. Also, if you need any help filling out the lunch forms, I've already added links for those 2 items on our website if you guys want to go and visit LeyVa. A lot of information, you will be able to find it on our website. But if you have any questions, you can always email us. Hola familias de 7 grados, si tienen alguna pregunta o necesitan alguna ayuda para algo, siéntense libre de hablar o mandarme un correo electrónico. Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you. And from our Bulldog Tech office, Miss Kim.
Hi, my name is Kim Beckwell, mostly known as Miss Kim by the students. I'm located in a small but cozy little office right on the Bulldog Tech campus. As you enter the gates, you'll notice a huge wall with a large bulldog painted on the side. The office is located just on the other side of that wall. I'm there to answer any questions your student or you may have. I'm usually the first stop. If I can't help you with anything, I will forward you on to the main office or the district office. I also do the attendance, so you'll probably be hearing from me if I don't hear from you first, if your student's not in class. We'd really like to have them all in every day, every class. That's our goal. So if you have any questions, our direct phone number over there is 408-270-4993. And again, you can leave any information as far as attendance on the attendance line 270-6710. I take messages off of that daily. So welcome to LeyVa. Welcome to Bulldog Tech for those that are going to be joining me over there. We look forward to a great year.
All right, let's talk about the schedule for the first 3 days of school. So this schedule is going to be different than the regular schedule that will start on August 24th. So if you're a Bulldog Pathway student, that means you're on the main campus, you're going to go to all 6 of your periods for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They're going to be short periods. You start first in your advisory class, which happens to be the same teacher as your period 1 class. So you'll see the times on the left, and then you're just going to go straight through advisory, period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6. And each day you end at 12:25, and advisory starts each day at 9. If you're on the Bulldog Tech side of campus, your schedule is a little different. You have blocks instead of periods, but you also always start every day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with advisory at 9 o'clock. Then you move into block 1, block 2, and block 3. And your periods are a little bit longer. You have 35 minutes. So it's a little bit longer there. And then you go to shorter periods for your connections or your PE class at the end of the day. So this schedule, again, is just for the first 3 days of school, this Wednesday, this Thursday, and this Friday. And the reason we did that is because we needed to have you to come on site to pick up some materials, your textbooks, if you need a Chromebook, things like that. So here's the schedule for material distribution. It's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it starts at 12:45 in the afternoon after you're done with classes for the day. So whoever your advisory teacher is or your connections teacher, that's who you're going to find their name. So if I'm in Mr. Stoll's advisory class, I'm going to come to school on the 19th at 12:45. And I'm going to go through all the steps. I'm going to go through the map with you in just a second. And you have a 25-minute block or 20-minute block there to come through and do all the steps. And we're going to have small groups. The reason we did advisory groups is because there's about 20 kids in each class. We need to be mindful of the social distancing and everybody needs to wear a mask. So we're going to try to cycle you through these stations pretty quickly. Here's a map. So you're going to park over in the east parking lot between Bulldog Tech and the main campus. You're going to enter. Mr. Brengard will be out there. Miss Mary will be out there. We're going to do temperature checks. If you have a temperature, you will not be allowed on campus. Okay, so make sure that you're healthy and you're safe to come on campus. We're going to direct you to the gym. You're going to take your picture IDs and your yearbook picture, and you're going to pick up your ID card as you're leaving the gym. You're then going to walk, and you're going to go see Miss Sue and pick up a schedule if you need a paper schedule. Then you're going to walk down to the library and see our librarian and pick up your textbooks. That's why you need the schedule, because we need to make sure that we get you the right textbooks and the right math book. Right after you leave textbook, there's going to be a table. I'm going to be standing there, and we've got some swag to give you, some LeyVa materials. So we're going to give you a little bit of a present as you come pick up your things. And then you're going to walk down to school supplies. This is important. You're going to need to be taking notes with all 6 of your classes on the materials that you need. So we're going to email you out kind of an organizer. So like if I'm in Mr. Stoll's class, I'm going to write down, I need to pick up a novel. I need to pick up a composition book. I need to pick up some pencils. And you're going to do that for each of your classes so that when you get to the school supply station, you know what you need to grab. Mr. Laro will be there. There will be a couple other teachers there maybe. So you could pick up those things and you know what you're looking for. Remember, we're trying to get through this quickly. And then you're going to walk and go around to the front of the office. If you need to pick up a Chromebook, or if you got a letter saying you need to exchange your Chromebook, you're going to see Miss Esme and you're going to do that there. And then we're going to have you follow and exit out. We need you to remember masks need to be worn. You need to maintain 6 feet distancing. Those are going to be, we're going to have X's marked on the concrete all around. We're going to have yellow rope. So you can't go outside of the rope. You need to stay within there. We can't allow you to congregate or talk with people outside of your family. You need to maintain that distancing, and we're trying to keep everybody safe. So this is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week.
Okay, a student scheduled. So a lot of you are already looking at the Power School to look at your schedule. The easiest way that I can explain to you is if you look at the matrix view. The matrix view is going to give you the whole year classes that your child is going to have. If you look at another view, you are, because we have blocks and periods, Bulldog Tech has blocks, Pathways has periods, it's kind of confusing to see, but I highly recommend for you to look at the matrix view. You need to have a total of 6 classes. And advisory, in Bulldog Tech side, you will see there's 3 blocks. There's a connections period and there is a PE class. It should be completed. Heads up, if you are a student who has math with Mrs. Praisewater in 5th period, you will see that 5th period is blank. However, your 5th period is equivalent to 7th period in the matrix view. So don't think you have no class in 5th period. Actually, your 5th equals 7 and 6 equals 8. It's a little confusing, but don't hesitate to call the school or email me and I'll be happy to explain it to you. So this is a better picture of how it looks for the pathways. So there's period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then advisory shows us the last period. However, that's the first period. It's just the layout of our website. So advisory is always first thing in the morning for pathways. For the Bulldog Tech program, you will see, so for example, you see science and art as period 1 and 2. Actually, that's block 1. They are combined together. Then you see 3 and 4. That is the next block, which is block 2. Fifth and sixth, it's math. Those, you will always see math. And there's, looks like 2 classes, but it's block, in this case, will be block 3. PE stands by itself, connection stands by itself, and advisory, it's also in the morning. However, it's showing as the last class of the day.
All right, so this is going to be the schedule that you'll follow starting on August 24th. So for Pathways, this is what your schedule looks like. On Monday, you start with advisory like you do every day at 9 o'clock. You're gonna have a break, 10 minutes, and then you start an 80-minute class with your period 1 teacher, which also happens to be your advisory teacher. Then you have a break after that, and you go to your period 2 class, another lunch break. You can have an opportunity to come pick up lunch here at school. And then you have your period 3, and school ends at 2:45. On Tuesday, you have advisory at 9 again, and then you meet with period 4, period 5, and period 6 teachers. So every day you have 3 periods. Wednesday is a little different. You have a 45-minute advisory on Wednesday instead of 20 minutes every other day. So Wednesday is a 45-minute advisory. And then for the remainder of the day, you're going to do independent work that each of your teachers has assigned you. So your teachers are going to assign you work. It's called asynchronous work. You're going to do that work on Wednesday by yourself. There is no live teaching on Wednesday except for your advisory in the morning at 9 o'clock. Then Thursday and Friday are a repeat of Monday and Tuesday. So on Thursday, you have your same classes that you have on Monday, and Friday, you have the same classes that you have on Tuesday. And your teachers will be live with you from 9 o'clock until 2:45 on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. That's the Bulldog Pathways side. On the Bulldog Tech side, it's similar, except instead of periods, you have blocks. So again, you start at 9 o'clock. You have blocks instead of periods, sorry. You start at 9 o'clock with your advisory class, and then you move into block 1, you have a break, block 2, you have a break, and then you go into something called PBL workshops. So your teachers at Bulldog Tech will talk to you about what that looks like. Then on Tuesday, again, you start with advisory, and then you go to block 3, you go to period 5, which is either PE or your connections class, lunch break, and then period 6, which is the opposite. So if you had PE period 5, you would have connections period 6. Wednesday is the same thing, a 45-minute advisory class, and then same as the Pathways side. You will be completing work that your teacher has assigned you independently. No live instruction on Wednesdays except for advisory. And then same thing as Pathways. Thursday and Friday repeats Monday and Tuesday. So same classes Monday and Thursday, same classes Tuesday and Friday.
So I want to thank my office staff there and the admin team for some of the nuts and bolts about how we do it, but I also want you to know that we also have a very a good team of support. So with a counselor, social worker, and school psychologist, we kind of here for anything you need. And so to kick us off, we'll have Ms. Walczak introduce herself.
Hey, hello, my name is Mrs. Walczak, and I'm lucky enough to be LeyVa's one and only full-time school counselor. So a little bit about me, it's my 2nd year here at LeyVa. I have 2 daughters. I have a 3rd grader who's going through distance learning right now, and a preschooler, so she's 3. An overview of my job, it's to deliver a comprehensive school counseling program to all students. I'm supposed to focus on the areas of academics, social, emotional, and college and career readiness. Okay, so some examples of these, although it can take many different forms, but some ways I can support students in the areas of academics could be individual counseling, check-ins, help with organizational skills, goal setting, and planning. For social emotional, we might do a small group counseling related to anxiety if we find that that's an issue on campus this year. I might be in the classrooms doing lessons like stress management to teach kids healthy ways to deal with stress. And to prepare kids for their college and career journey, we might do college and career lessons, and we might, we'll do a college and career day. Next slide. So since I touched on the College and Career Day. Last year, LeyVa hosted an amazing all-day event where professionals from all over the Bay Area came to speak to our students about their college and career paths. This is some pictures from that event. So this year, we're going to continue with that tradition, and we're going to take our College and Career Day virtual with an exciting partnership with Silicon Valley Education Foundation. So be on the lookout this October for lots of information, resources, and opportunities for students and families. And if you or someone you know would consider volunteering at our event, please contact me or fill out our inform, which is coming through email soon. We're looking for people who are passionate about their professions and want to share their knowledge and experience with the next generation. In addition to the site-specific support services team, LeyVa also has access to a district-level wellness team. So this team is made up of 3 district counselors and 2 district social workers and the district-level support services staff member. This team has worked all summer and will continue to meet and work on things like a crisis response plan. Should any tragedy occur in any of our students' lives, we'll have a team and a plan ready to support everyone involved. We gather resources for staff, students, and families. We write regular articles with relevant information and resources for families. This slide here is a sneak peek at the website coming out soon, where you'll find so many resources for topics like mental health, social emotional learning, self-care, and much more. New this year also, the district purchased a subscription to Second Step, which is a research-based year-long social emotional learning curriculum. So lessons will be delivered through your child's advisory course, and it's going to cover topics like values and friendships and serious peer conflicts. So Second Step also comes with some fantastic parent resources, so you will be in the loop on what your child is learning, and you'll be given tools on how to continue that learning at home. Also clubs. So we're in the planning phases for clubs, but LeyVa will be offering weekly or even more extracurricular type clubs so your child can continue to stay socially connected. I would love to get parents and students involved in our clubs. I want to hear your and your students' ideas. What are your passions? What kind of club would you like to see on our virtual campus? Students can create and run their own clubs with a staff mentor, and parents can get involved too. If you're a fan of anything like music, sports, dance, art, cooking, movies, video games, anything, then we might be able to bring that to life as a club here at LeyVa. Contact me to talk about your club ideas or learn how you can get involved. We will be planning quickly and offering a club rush in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for more information. Digital Bravos. Okay, LeyVa is a positive behavior interventions and support school, so PBIS school, and we took that with us into the virtual world last spring. It came with us right away when schools closed. Staff recognize students when they demonstrate LeyVa's core values by when they see students taking care of themselves, taking care of others, and taking care of their school business. Students would get a Digital Bravo certificate emailed home, and we're also entered into a weekly drawing for a chance to be LeyVa's Spotlight Student of the Week. Spotlight students got recognized on our school Instagram account and they won a prize. So this is a picture of the Instagram account of one of our Spotlight students, and the picture on the left is a picture of the Digital Bravo that got sent home, and that was actually one from a parent to a student. So we also allowed parents to nominate their students for demonstrating these values at home. Because after all, the kids are at home. You as families, you guys are seeing all the amazing ways they're adapting and stepping up to take on this pandemic challenge. We want to be part of recognizing that great behavior in partnership with you. We will be continuing the Digital Bravo program this fall, and just keep looking out for a chance to nominate your child for positive behavior at home. Start thinking now about all the great things your kids have done over the summer, and then fill out the Google form when we send it. LeyVa has done an Instagram countdown with 10 tips for distance learning success, and the Evergreen Wellness team made an article out of those tips, and we'll be sending that to families along with resources this week. So right now I just want to highlight a couple of those tips that I feel are extremely important. And the first tip is to stay organized by utilizing a calendar and a to-do list. Color coding can also be extremely helpful. In middle school, students have to keep track of five or six different classes, and this year's class times are different than any other year. So write down your schedule, keep it on a calendar that's posted where you can see it often. Also use planners and to-do lists, whether paper or virtual works for you, but keep track of your assignments and your due dates. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be different than elementary school. You're gonna feel accomplished when you start crossing off those to-do items. It's really good to write everything down, and maybe you feel like at the end of the day that you haven't gotten anything accomplished, but when you see all those things crossed off, you'll be able to see that production. And then it's also so important to have a designated workspace. So it will encourage learning if a student is working in an organized space with all the necessary materials close at hand. This space should be as free from distractions as possible. Many students will be using a space that doubles as another space later in the day, such as a kitchen table. And that can work just fine, but I recommend making the space at the table that is just for learning during school hours. And I think, oh, know where to go for help. My last tip, know where to go for help. So your student's teacher is going to be your first line of defense. Those emails are they're going to be attached to your child's Gmail account. You can also see them in PowerSchool. So reach out with any questions that you have. Your child's teacher is there to support you. Also, you have any of us, everybody that's been mentioned on this entire webinar can help you. Even if you send us a question that has nothing to do with our department, we can put you in touch with the right person. So please don't be scared to reach out. If you have questions, we're here to help. And that's all.
All right, great. And our school social worker, Mrs. Howard.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Howard, and I am at 8 different schools. And so it may be that I have met you at some other time at your child's elementary school, but I am also at LeyVa. And social workers in schools try to look at what might be happening outside of the classroom that is keeping your child from succeeding in the classroom. So we work around attendance. What can we do to support you in getting your child into school, in this case, logged on and in those synchronous classes? We look at what might be happening with social emotional development. So sometimes that means providing individual counseling or group counseling. Sometimes that means stepping in if there's a larger problem to connect your family to resources. And then we also look at what might be going on in your family and what support you may need. So we are working now at connecting families to community resources. So if there is something that is keeping your child from being present and participating in school, please let me know, reach out to me. Email is best because I am working at different sites and doing different kinds of things, but I really want to support you so that your child can succeed.
Okay, and then our school's psych, who has the wrong name right there right now. I'm going to fix her while she introduces herself.
There we go. Sorry about that. My name is Dawn Bonet, and I'm the school psychologist at LeyVa Middle School. And I am here to support the students' learning and via special education and consult with staff and parents to support their success in the classroom. And I'm also available for crisis support in moments when it's needed.
That's great, thank you. We just, a good place to check in. I think there's one of the questions I would love to answer, just to understand. So you should be getting emails. Both your child and you are different audiences for us. So we have, it's very important that everyone gets connected and that we're getting the emails from us, because it's not just me, though it's also district. And so we want to make sure that you're connected. If you're having a hard time with that, you can email Miss Esme. She's pretty much an expert at getting those things updated for us, or one of your child's assistant principal, and we can get that fixed. In general, you can also, in setting up your parent portal account, and if you don't have those access codes and things, then we can get those for you as well. Just give us a call during the school day, 8 to 4, and we'll get you the access code so you can get your account set up. If you had an account as a elementary in the Evergreen School District elementary parent, your account is transferred over. So if you log back in through the parent portal of PowerSchool, you can make an update to emails, you can update other preferences, that's the place where you'll be able to check grades or attendance and see whether your child's attending classes. But it's very important that you get connected. Email is our primary form of communication. I do cross publish the emails, most of the general ones each week, on the front of the web page. So if you go to the web page where the news articles are, you'll see the 2 emails so far that have gone out from the office. You'll also see district news on there as well, and all the resources that are coming from our school district. So It's important to stay connected. Thank you so much for your time. I do want to say Miss Mary was able to get on, and so I'm going to let her share really fast about the vaccinations.
Thank you. Hi, thank you for your patience, parents. My name is Mary Escobar, and I'm the health clerk at LeyVa School. And what I wanted to tell you tonight is that we have a lot of students who are not up to date with their vaccinations. Like Mr. Brengard mentioned, email is very, very important. We sent emails out. My email is mescobar, that's ESCOBAR, at EESD.org. And if you have received an email, you could take a picture or scan your shot records, and I'll go through it and let you know if it's up to date. If you're as techie as I am, you are welcome to drop it off and I will make a copy for you. This year in 7th grade, we need a Tdap booster that was given after the age of 7. And 2 varicella, which is chickenpox. We need 2 varicella vaccinations this year as well. We are working with Santa Clara County Public Health, and their guidelines are starting August 19th. We actually need to have those records. Because of COVID, they are giving us an extension of 10 days. However, you do need to contact me so that I know that that's what you're doing. You could call the school if you'd like, or once again, email at mescobar@eesd.org. We are Santa Clara County Health Department and Evergreen School District policy requires that we have them before the students start school. We can do a conditional entrance, but that will be 10 days and that's max. If not, the student will be dropped. So it's pretty important. If anything, if at the very least, just get a hold of me so that I could work with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mary. So thank you so much for coming to our webinar. I'm going to stop us right here and open us